Hello viewer, welcome to the session of QlikView. This is Surya Prakash Yadav. In this session, you will learn outer join, list box, text box, bar charts, straight table, and the use of aggregate function. So conclusion is that after this session, you'll be able to use outer join, create list box, bar charts, and straight table. You'll be able to use aggregate function of QlikView. To get started, we will go to the QlikView tool, and as here you can see the blank QlikView tool. So first we will upload the data. So before uploading it, I'll just want to show you the data. Like here you can see in Excel the customer data is there, having customer ID, region, product, and customer type, and salesperson name. And the another file is sales related with customer ID. So here the customer ID, date, and the sales. These three columns are there. Now the common field in both the file is customer ID. So we will be uploading these two files in QlikView using auto join. So first of all, to upload the files, data files, we need to be there in edit script. So just click on this button. Now we are placed into the edit script editor. Here first of all we need to upload the data. So first of all we will go to the table file. Just click on this button and you will be asked for the folder. So we will go to the files, folders having the files to be uploaded. So here you can see customer data and sales. So first of all we will select customer data and say OK. And now you will see here the file type is XLSX, so it is the correct one. We are uploading the XLSX file. And now you can see the sheet 1, so we are uploading the sheet 1, so it is also correct. Now here you can see labels. So here we need to select embedded labels. As you can see the header row is A, B, C, it is showing, but once we select embedded labels, you can see now the header row is converted, the first row is come into the header row. So this way we need to select embedded labels. Now press next, then again next, and then finish. So this way the code generated by the QlikView. Now here what will we do? Here you can see directory, so we will change it to the table name. So to give the table name, you just need to mention the table name. So in this case I'm just customer and then colon. So now the table name has been defined for this table to be uploaded, and below that we will use outer join. So for outer join, just type outer and then join and then the table name with which you are joining to. So here in this case customer, and just close the bracket. Now we will select the another file, that is sales. Just select it, open, follow the same procedure. So by default now it is taking as embedded label as we have first uploaded the customer. So the same settings is applied to this table, so we don't need to do anything. Just click on next, 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 and then finish. And as you can see QlikView is uploaded. It's a script. Now we will change here the directory to the table name. So here in this case I'm just putting sales. Now you can see our script is ready. Now we need to add the month here, as in the file the date, sales amount, and customer ID is there. So here we need to place the month of the sales with the date. So as the date is given, so we will add one more column the calculated column with the formula. Like in this case, I'm just typing comma and then enter, and here you need to use the date function of the Qlik View, and then as you can see, date, then number, and then format. So here in this case we will select date, field, and then the format will be in single quotes. So here I am selecting MMM and hyphen and then YY. So this will convert month and year in the format of month and year, and then we will give the field name here. So here the field name will be month. Now our script is ready, so we will say reload. Now you can see the data, customer ID, customer type, date, month, product, region, sales, salesperson name is loaded. To see the data, just press Ctrl plus T key. Now we are placed into the table viewer. Just right click on the table box, you will get the preview, and you can see the data uploaded in the one table. So basically outer join has done nothing, but it's concatenated the two files data into one file matching with the customer ID. So it has taken, outer join is doing nothing, but it's taking all the fields from all the data and fields from table 1 and all the fields from table 2 and just inserting it into one table. So this is the use of outer join. Just close this. Now our task is to create a list box, charts, and pivot table. So first we will create a list box. So before creating a list box, I'll create one text object. So for creating it, just right click anywhere in the sheet area and you can see the new object. Just click on this and just take the text object. We will leave it blank and we will change the color of it as black. So for changing the color, just you can see the color in front of color there is a color box. In background property, just click on this color box. You will be prompted with the color area window. Just select the color from the color box. Here in this case I'm just selecting black color, and now say OK. Again say OK. Now you can see the text box is appearing in the sheet. Now we will drag it to the left on the top and then drag it down to expand the size of the text box. Now we will insert the list boxes. So we will insert the list boxes for month, region, product, and customer. So how to insert the list box, I'll show you. Just right click on the sheet area and just go to the new sheet object, and from here just click on list box, the first object. Now you will be placed with the title. So in this case I'm just as I'm going to create the list for month first, so I will just type here select month, say, and then below that you can see the field, because by default the first field is selected. So just click on this drop down. You will be prompted with the list of fields available with this data set for the list. So here in this case I'm going to select the month. Now say OK. You can see the select month list box is created with the distinct data of the month. Now we will just drag it and place it on the text box object, and we will just increase the size of the text box. I'm just adjusting it so that the borders of the text box with black color will be appearing all around the text list box objects all around on all the borders. For adjusting the size or position, what I'm going to do, I just selected this list object and then just press Ctrl, and with the arrow key, by pressing Ctrl key with the arrow key, you can adjust the position of the object. So here in this case I'm just adjusting the position of the object list box. Now you can see, now I'll just drag the position towards left side for text object. Now you can see the borders all around the object list box is appearing as black with the help of text box. And now we will make the size of month to as per our requirements. Now here in this case I have just dragged it to make it small, this much small. Now the another list box we will create is list box. So either you can create just right clicking here and just going through the new sheet object, or you can just click on the list box already created and just right click on it, and you can see now you can see copy to clipboard. Just you can get the option possible values, image, object. So we will say object, and now just Control V. Now the object list box is copied. Just drag it down and you can see the another list box is created. Now what will we do? We will just change the parameter of it. So for changing the parameter, just go to the properties and just change the title from select region, and in the field just select the region and say apply. Now you can see the list box is changed to select region with the region values. So this way we will create the another two list boxes. Control V, now it is pasted. Now we will just change the properties of it. Here in this case I will say product and select the product from field list, say apply, OK. Now the product list is created. Now we will just copy this object and then say Control V. Now just drag it down. Now we will change the field and title of it. Just right clicking on properties and going to it, title box, select customer and then select the customer type and say apply, OK. Now we will adjust the size of the text box to show the bottom, to appear as a bottom border of these list boxes. Now you can see this way we have created the 4 list boxes with select month, select region, select product, select customer. Now you can see this is looking very pretty. Now our next is we will create a chart for region, customer, product and salesperson. So first we will create one object as text box, and here we will just type region and just change the color of background color of this, as in this case we will be selecting purple color dark. Say OK, OK, and now we will change the font color as white. So for changing the color, just go to the font tab, just select the color from here and say white and say OK, white color, OK, apply and say OK. Now we will adjust the size of the text box just by dragging upside. Now you can see the size is adjusted. Now we will just drag it to adjust to align with the list boxes. Now you can see it is aligned. Now our task is to create the chart. So for creating a chart, we will just right click on the sheet area and just go to the new sheet object, just select the chart, and from chart we will select the bar chart, say next. Now we need to define the dimensions. So in this case the first chart will be with region, so just select region, say add, and then the month, the x-axis will be month, so then select the month, add it and promote it to the first so that the x-axis will be month. Now say next. Now it will ask for expression, so our expression will be sum of cells. So here we will select sum from aggregation function, and from field you can see here we will select the cells and say paste and say OK. Then say next. It will ask for dimension to be sorted, so we will just click on next. Now you can see the type of charts available here, so we will go with the default chart, say next, and you can see the presentation style it is asking, so we will do it later on. For the time being we are just pressing next, and you will be placed to access, say next, 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 and finish. So this way you can see the chart is created. Now you can see the chart is looking very weird. That means months is displayed in this manner. The all 24 months are being displayed here in the x-axis. So we will just limit the axis. So for limiting the axis, just right click on the chart and go to the properties and just go to the dimension limit here, and you can see the dimension, the month is selected, so we are just going to limiting the dimension of the month by 5. So you can see here restrict which values are displayed using the first expression. Just check this and you can see the largest 10, so here we will put 5 and now say apply, and you can see now the chart is appearing with September, October, November and December, the 4 value, and the rest others are converted into others. So we don't want to show the others, so for that what we will do, we just go to the properties of it, just right click and go to the properties, and now you can see in the dimension limit option show others is checked. Just uncheck it and say apply. Now you can see the 5 dimensions August, September, October, November, December is displayed. So the limitation will limited the dimension from 24 to 5. So actually it was having the 24 dimensions of the month because the data is for 24 months. So but we have limited it to 5, so it is displaying only 5 dimensions of the months. Now we want to change the color of the bars of this chart. So for that we will just right click on this, go to the properties, and from here you can see the color tab, just click on it. Here you can see the color started colors 1 to 6, then 7 to 12, and then 13 to 8. So these are the colors. So if we will change the color of the first palette, so the first bar chart will, the color of the first bar chart will change. So this way these are the color sequences. So if the bars in the chart will be more, so as you can see first, second, third, 4, so first, second, third, 4, these colors are displayed here. So we will change one by one the color of this. For changing color of this, just click on the color box, you will be prompted with the color window. Just change the color of it. So first we will change the color to this, and we will take the more lighter color. So in this case I'm just taking lighter color here, say OK. Okay, now the first bar's color is changed. Now for second we will follow the same procedure, but this time we will take the darker color and say OK. OK. Now for third one we will take the green color. For taking the green color we will follow the same procedure, green, and we will take this green or this green, and we will take the darker one, say OK. OK. Now we will select another darker color of green. So for selecting that we will select this way and say OK. OK. Now we will say apply. Now you can see how the colors of the chart got changed. Now we will remove the caption of this so that the chart will look prettier. So for making that, just go to the properties of it by right clicking and just go to the last tab of caption, and just you can see the show caption is checked. Just uncheck it and say apply. Now you can see our chart is displayed without caption. So this way we can make it prettier, but as you can see we want to remove this some cells, the title. So we can do this, just right click on it, just go to the properties and just go to the expression, as the expression title is displaying here. So we will go to the expression tab. From here you can see the label is here, so we will just click on the label and just press spacebar once and say apply. Now you can see the title is gone, so it is looking now prettier. Now we want to remove this label and this label. So for doing that, as these are the dimensions, so we will go to the properties of chart, just right click on it, go to the properties. Now we will go to the dimension, and we will now, as you can see, the two dimensions are there. So first month, so we don't want to show the month's label, just uncheck the label here and say apply. You can see the label for month is disappeared. So same way we will do for the reason, just uncheck the label, say apply. Okay, now you can see our chart is looking prettier. Now we will just set the legend to the center. So for doing that, we will go to the properties and we will go to the presentation, and in presentation you can see the show legend, and here the settings, just click on settings, and here you can see vertical alignment, just make it to centered and say OK, and then say apply. Okay, now you can see how our chart is appearing nicely. Now we will adjust the size of it, just dragging and setting as per our requirement. Now we want to show the grid in the chart. So for showing the grid, again we will go to the properties of it, just right click on it, go to the properties, and now just go to the expression, and here you can see axis, just go to the axis, and here you can see show grid, just click on it, and again in the downside in the dimension axis you can see show grid, just click on it because we want to show the both grids. If we don't show this dimension grid, what happened? Let's see, say apply. Now you can see only the expression grid is shown. Now we want to show the dimension grid as well. So expression grid as well, the earlier it shown was dimension grid, so now we have checked the expression grid as well. Now we will say apply. Now you can see both the grids are appearing on the chart. So this way we can format and make our chart prettier. Now same way we will create the another 3 charts for customer, product and salesperson. So for that we will just copy these. So for copying any chart object, just right click on it, and you can see the property as clone, just click on it. Now it is copied, just drag it, this object. For dragging this, as the caption has been disabled, so for just H over on the chart and just H over on the top, and you can see the mouse cursor got changed into the 4 arrow. Just now hold the left mouse button key and just drag it towards right. So this way we have set the chart beside the another chart. Now we will just adjust the size of it. It's already adjusted. Now we will just change the dimensions of this from region to customer. So for making that, just go to the dimension, and from region just remove the region and take the customer type, add it, and just change the label of it. We don't want to show the label, so say apply. Now you can see the chart is displayed with the customer type, and as you can see dimension is shown here. So right click on it, go to the properties, just go to the customer type, and here just uncheck the label and say apply. Now you can see the chart with customer. So same way we will again clone this and just drag it toward below the another one, and now we will change its dimension to product. So we will remove the customer, and now we will add the product, and we will uncheck the label of product dimension, say apply. Now you can see the chart with dimension product. So same way we will do for the salesperson. So for that again we will clone this and then drag it towards right, align it with the above chart. Now we will change the dimension of this chart. Go to the properties and just remove the product and take the salesperson name, add it, and just uncheck the label, say apply. Okay, now this way you can see the chart is being displayed here. For region, now we will copy the text box displaying the labels of it. For copying the text object or list, we need to go through the copy to clipboard and then select the object. Now say Ctrl V. Now it is copied. Just drag it to here. Now this is the customer. Just click on right click and just change the text from region to customer, say apply. Now it is changed to customer. Now we will just copy this again as object and paste it. Now bring it down toward this. Now as this is the product, so change the label from customer to product, say apply. Okay, now again just copy this in the same method, and we will just place it here and just change the name of it as salesperson, say apply. So this way we have created the dashboards with the charts, region, customer, product, salesperson. So as we have limited with this, now we can, if we select January, you can see the data of January. Select the Feb from the list, you can see the Feb, or we can select the multiple options just pressing the Ctrl key and selecting from the list. Now you can see the 3 months data is displayed. Now you can see the 4 months data, 5 months data. So add it is getting break. You can see the space, the chart size is less, so it is getting wrapped into the chart. So only now we will clear all the selections. So this way we have created the 4 charts with region, customer, product, salesperson. Now from here we will select the region. Now you can see how the chart is being displayed. With the selection it is getting changed. So these charts are associated with these lists. Now we will create one straight table. So for creating straight table, just right click in the sheet area, just go to the new sheet object, and from here just select chart, and in the chart you can see the pivot table and straight table. So this way we will select the straight table now and say next, and here we want to show customer type. So first we will show the month, or we will show the region, then we will show the month, customer type, then product, then salesperson name, and finally sales. So we will promote the month first. So just for promoting it, just select it and just click on promote. Now it is promoted to the top. So now click on the next. Now we will take the sum of sales, sum, and then sales, and paste. Now click on OK and say finish. Now you can see the chart, the one table is displayed with simple table is displayed with the data. So we will adjust the field size so that it will fit to our data properly, our display area. Just taking your cursor to the particular field, and once the cursor is changed to plus sign, then you can hold the left mouse button key and drag it as per your requirement, adjust the size. Now you can see the straight table data is appearing. So we will just remove the caption of it, just following the same method. Just right click on it and go to the properties, and from caption just uncheck the show caption and say apply. Now you can see the table is displayed nicely. So this way we can now you can see for Jan month it is not displaying accumulated. For all the data of Jan, and all the data is displayed by the date wise. So for making it groups, we need to use the aggregate function. So now you will say aggregate function will group it by month wise. So we will go to the properties of it, just right click on it, click on properties, and just go to the expression. Now here we will use the aggregate function. So first what I am doing here, I am just typing aggr. So this is the syntax for aggregate function, and as you can see, aggregating the sum of sales, and then comma, and then by month we are just grouping it. Now we will say OK, and now we will give it the label as sales. Say apply. Now you can see nothing is appearing over here. So we will go to the properties again, and we will just click on it, and we will say sum of aggregate function. Now say OK. Data is not appearing. Now we will go here and see aggr, then sum of cells and comma month. So that means the sum of cell is being aggregated, that means by grouped by the month. So whatever the sum of cells will be there, now it will be displayed grouped by month. So in SQL, if you know the SQL, you are aware about the SQL, then you know the group by. If not, then aggregate function is used for grouping the sum, grouping the function with the particular field wise. So here in this case we are grouping the sum of this cell by month. Now you can see data is appearing as sales wise, but you can see there is no total appearing. A total is showing as dash. So now what we will do, we will just right click on it, just go to the properties and just go to the expression. Now what we will do here, we will place sum of these aggregation functions. So the output, whatever output is coming, we will sum it again. Now we will say OK, say apply. Now you can see the sum of these numbers is being shown here on the top. So now we want to show this total on the bottom. So for doing that, just right click on this table, go to the properties and go to the presentation, and here you can see the total on first row. So we will just select the total on last row and say apply. Now you can see the total displayed on the last row, and we will now adjust the size of this table. So this way we have created the table. Now you can see in the charts the legends in y-axis is displayed in 3000, 30,000, 20,000, 10,000. So we will change the y-axis into the 1000 format. So for doing that, we will just divide the expression by 1000. Now you can see how it got changed. So do it for every chart. So now you can see the y-axis is now converted into the 1000 format. So this way we can create a charts, straight table, list boxes, and format it to look prettier and nice. Thank you, viewer.